gonna sit in my lap and we'll talk about whatever comes up next.
We're gonna has that one. We're going to tell you a few stories. For the next 30 minutes, you're going to hear a lot of stories. But before we get started, I'd like to turn it over to Ryan for a toast.
Am I walking up here?
No, but
I didn't know this was coming up here.
well, you didn't.
This part right here. Here's to my dad, JC. Everybody hold up your glass. I want to celebrate with you tonight. We're all very pleased to be a part of your life and very fortunate and blessed and excited to see what this new year is going to bring you. You're already starting off a new year with a new chapter in your life. You're going to be a grandpa.
Gramps.
Or maybe an alternative word, we're not sure yet. We'll figure that out later. And you'll be able to teach her all the cool stuff you taught us, from how to shoot a gun to how to tell dirty jokes. So, cheers. Happy birthday. Let's have fun tonight. Thank you everybody for coming. Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Is this over now?
Oh, you wish, John. For our first story, where's Clyde? Clyde, story to tell John.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the videographer, so you're paying attention.
Well, if you don't know, we just had our 4th grandchild, so we're very happy with that. And the crazy thing was that nowadays, when someone's born, like within 30 minutes, you're in the room with the new baby. So my son-in-law comes and gets us. We go into the room, and one nurse takes the baby off to the side, and so we're talking to Monet, and we hear this nurse in the corner over there going, what happiness, what happiness, what happiness. And so the nurse that's taking care of my daughter, I said, what the heck is with she? And she said, oh, she's Jewish. She's going, what a penis, what a penis, what a penis.
Ryan's going to tailgate on that.
Hey, that was a good one, Clyde.
Yeah, come on. Help me out.
Guys, do sign. Do sign. Hold them up again, guys. Hold them up.
What'd you say?
Wow.
And I have something else to kind of piggyback off of babies. As you guys are probably aware of, my wife, Andrea, and I are having our first baby this next year. January 6th, we have a baby girl on the way, and her name is Alexa, Alexa. And I gotta admit, I was actually hoping for a baby boy, but in reality, all I really want is a healthy baby, and a very successful delivery as well. I know my mom can also vouch for having successful deliveries. Just don't want her to be in the same instance I was in. Most of you guys probably don't know, but I was actually the biggest baby born in Christ Hospital.
You guys are born in Was he bigger than you?
16 pounds, 9 ounces.
Wow, what a big baby.
16 pounds, 9 ounces. Of course, Christina came out seamless, flawless, nothing happened. But unfortunately, I almost killed my mom.
It was serious.
I got circumcised, weighed 4 pounds, 9 ounces, and they threw me into an incubator. I won't be able to tell any jokes tonight.
You better not.
Oh, okay. Oh, should I pee that?
Do you want me to hold something?
Yeah, you sign this on.
No, I'm just trying to like.
Hey. There once was a girl from Nantucket. Who brought you some wine in a bucket. We'll toast your big day. There's no other way. We'll all have hangovers, but fuck it. You have many talents. You're such a swell guy. You play some great golf. You shoot guns in the sky. We've something to say, and this ain't no joke. We love you, dear John. Happy birthday, you bloke.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
That's our MC, our
Wow, that's right. Our wow MC.
Okay, so when George and I were talking about some fun things to do for your birthday, she gave me the idea of perhaps it's your first business, your first entrepreneurial business, which was collecting and selling golf balls
Oh, yes.
and putting them in egg cartons. So anyway, she gave me some ideas of things, of some of your sayings, A balls and B balls,
Yeah.
and all your
That
sayings.
is
So
funny.
this
That's
is
funny.
just what I did for you.
That is funny. Thanks. Just like this. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the sayings are, and this is exactly what I did do when I was a little kid. I used to have a potato bag, you know, with the holes, and I had it strapped on my belt, and I would go collect golf balls. Go down to my basement, wash them up. All the A balls, which were back then Titleist and DX tourneys, I'd have them in 50-cent balls, okay? And then if the other ones, which were Acushnets and Super 8s and so forth, they would be B, and they'd be 25 cents. And so I would have them on a triple T box, and I'd sell them. It's a one ball, a dozen balls, whatever you want, you know, and I made some money out of it. And this is exactly how I did it.
That's how he paid for this house.
That's exactly.
Now he bought the ring.
Exactly, right.
Okay, everybody pay attention to this. It's a visual, so.
Yeah, there's a little visual going on here. So, first off, I want to wish John a happy birthday.
Thank you.
I want to wish my wife a happy birthday. Hers is tomorrow. They're almost. They were practically twins, but born a day apart. But John actually had an opportunity, or we had an opportunity, and I got a chance to learn a little magic. I'm not a magician, but as we know, John has a little skills. And yes, I need an assistant.
Do you have some light? Yeah.
Here we go. So John and I were downtown at a bar, and this is where I learned this. But then he was nice enough to remind me of this little talent that we developed at our twin daughters' high school graduation as they were going off to college. So this is a very good one. So what happens is we were in the bar, and there were numerous people in there talking about things that they could do with napkins. I use a towel because it's a little firmer. But
You need a beach towel, buddy.
I know. Yeah,
Giddy
he
up.
lost all that weight. Yes, I know. So while we're there was a lady that came in that said, "Boys, I can see you're having a difficult time with this towel. I can show you how to make this this towel work correctly." Now, keep in mind that this is a similar thing that he's showing our daughter as she's going off to college. So the lady that we're a little questioning of what her background is says, "Well, all you have to do is just work it a little bit harder, and then all of a sudden it turns into exactly what you want it to be." So that's something that my daughter took to college, and fortunately she has a great husband and a nice family, but I'm not real sure how many times she demonstrated this, but she did show me again how to do this week. So
Does that come with batteries?
there you go.
Thank you. That was good. Very good.
Pat Kern.
Spent a lot of time making those.
So we were all assigned jokes. I keep forgetting the names.
that this joke is about this farmer who had 3 daughters, right? And these people are going to come and take him out on a date. So the first guy, the farmer comes to the door.
That was a knock, right?
Yeah. So I'm Freddie. I'm here to pick up Betty. And we're going to have spaghetti. And he goes, oh, great, you know. Get the fuck out of here. So they leave. So then the next guy comes to the door, you know, take out the other girl. I'm Bo. Is Flo here? Yeah. Well, we're going to go out to a show. Oh, okay. So they leave. So the third guy comes to the door. Hey, I'm Chuck. He shot him. That was good.
All right, so one day at school, the teacher asked the class, please tell me a story and tell me what the moral of the story is. So everybody's raising their hands. You see little Susie, little Mary, and little Johnny raising their hands. The teacher calls on little Mary. Mary says, well, my mom asked me to go to the store and get her some milk. So I went to the store, and got the milk, started coming home, and I tripped over a rock and spilled the milk. Little Mary said she started crying. And the teacher said, well, what's the moral of your story? Little Mary says, don't cry over spilled milk. The next little girl raises her hand, little Susie. Susie says, well, my mom asked me to go to the store and get some eggs. So she rides her little bike to the store, buys the eggs, and then puts them in the basket. Then she starts riding home, but she fell off the bike and all the eggs broke. The teacher says, well, what's the moral of that story? Little Susie says, well, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Then she sees little Johnny still raising his hand. She reluctantly calls on little Johnny, knowing it's going to be interesting. Little Johnny says, well, my dad was a Marine. And when he was in a foxhole one day, he said he had a bottle jack, he had 2 bullets, and he had a knife in his boot. But there was 4 enemies on the way. So as the enemies started approaching closer, little Johnny's dad shot 2 of them. That was with the 2 bullets he had. But there were still 2 more enemies coming. So he grabs the knife out of his boot, and he goes hand-to-hand combat and kills the other 2 enemies. And then the teacher, perplexed, says, I don't know, little Johnny, where are you getting at with this story? Little Johnny says, well, don't fuck up with my dad when he's been drinking.
Where do they get all these jokes?
Bob, are you ready?
Never heard them before. I want to hear somebody tell Archibald.
I don't think we have that one, do we?
Nobody got the guts to do that. Nobody can do that. All right. Most people know that John is a hell of a salesman. Most of you know that. He really is. But what you don't know is that John's education in this respect goes back quite a ways. Probably right after he stopped selling the golf balls out of the lake.
There you go.
But he lived near a small town, and he decided to get a job in this store. And it was a kind of a general store at that time, a small enough town that they sold everything. So the owner of the store says, John, I'm going to put you at the cash register. And this is we're a small town, everybody comes here, we don't have to beg for business, so everybody buys everything here. But I'm not going to teach you to sell, I'm going to teach you to upsell. I'm going to show you what I mean. So next customer comes in is a woman, puts down a bag of grass seed. The owner says, that it? She says, yeah, that's it. He says, aren't you going to need a hose to water that grass seed? She says, oh, I didn't think of that. You got hoses? Yeah, about aisle 3. So she goes, she gets the hose, and she comes back to the checkout. He says, that it? She says, yeah, I think so. He says, you got a lawnmower? Because when this thing starts growing, this grass starts growing, you're going to need to cut it. She says, I need a lawnmower? Oh, shit. You have those two? Over in aisle 7. So she goes and picks out a lawnmower. She comes back. She says, I think I'm done. He says, you need a gas can. She says, oh, shit. I bet you have those too. Yeah, over in aisle 2. She goes and gets a gas can. She finally checks out. And it cost her $550. And she leaves. And the owner says to John, he says, you see what I did? She came in with a $15 bag of grass seed. And she went out spending $550. That is what you do. Do you understand? John said, I think I get it. Can I try it? I said, sure. So the next person that comes in as a gentleman, he puts down a box of tampons on the counter. And John says, you want to buy a lawnmower? The guy says, what? Why the fuck do we need a lawnmower? He says, well, your weekend shot, you might as well cut the grass.
I'm trying to look around here. Scott.
We all know John. He's got a dirty mind. That's not a new occurrence. He's been that way since he was a kid. And everybody knew it, even his teacher. When little Johnny was in 2nd grade, he was renowned for his filthy mouth and dirty mind. Well, 2nd grade teacher is asking the class, said, all right, I want you guys, I'm going to give you a word. I want you to give me a word that rhymes with it and use it in a sentence. All right? So, first word she comes up with, okay, class, I want you to rhyme luck. Little Johnny's hand goes right up, and she's going, oh, man, no way. She calls little Susie. Okay, what word rhymes with luck and use it in a sentence? And she says, truck. My dad has a truck. So, okay, that's very nice. Next one. She says, I want you to use the word hunt. What rhymes with hunt and use it in a sentence? And Johnny's, he's all over this one. She's going, there's no way. I can't call John. This is not going to work. So she called Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, what word rhymes with hunt? And he said, runt. My dog is a runt. And I said, oh, okay, that's very good. I said, all right, next word. And she says, can someone please rhyme the word cat? Little Johnny's hand's going up, and the whole class is going up, and the teacher says, cat, what can you do with cat? You can't do anything with cat. Okay, little Johnny, what word rhymes with cat and use it in a sentence? It says, rat. I saw a big fucking rat with a tail this long.
So most of you know that John and I like to go shooting together, and so we've got a couple of jokes here. One of which we've heard once or twice, I'm sure. So there were, so the teacher asked little Johnny, there are 4 crows on a line. The farmer shoots one. How many are left? And he comes back with none. He says, no, that's the wrong answer. How could it be none? He says, well, the one bird would be dead and the others would fly away. And she says, understand? I like what you think. So he says, well, let me ask you a question. There's 3 women eating ice cream, one licking, one sucking, and one biting an ice cream cone. Which one is married? And, she says, the one that's sucking. He says, wrong, the one with the wedding ring is the one who's but I like what you think. So, and when you're out in the woods shooting pheasants, you like to go to the bathroom every once in a while when you need to. So another one that John's told from time to time is little Johnny raises his hand and he says, I got to take a piss. The teacher says, that's inappropriate. Don't say that. The word is urinate. Use urinate in a sentence and I'll let you go to the bathroom. So she says, teacher, urinate, but if you had bigger tits, you'd be a 10.
Oh, okay, Sarah.
I want to see somebody do the blue
Oh.
Kellys. And Archibald.
John,
Nobody
I love
can
you.
do Archibald.
You are the man that has sent me the best jokes. You've taught me how to practice jokes and perfect them. So, this is for you.
Okay.
So, Ole and Sven went on vacation, they went down to the Caribbean. And so they're sitting on the beach, and they're sitting out there just looking at the ocean, and they see the scuba divers out there in the boat, And Ole looks at Sven and says, Sven, I wonder why they fall backwards out of the boat. Sven sat there and he looked and he looked and he thought and he looked and he said, well, if they fell forward, they'd still be in the fucking boat.
Very good, Sarah. Watch it.
Little white guy walks into an elevator and he sees the biggest black man he's ever seen in his whole entire life. Black man that looks down, puts out his hand, and says, 6'8", 285 pounds, 12-inch dick, 2 buckets of balls, Turner Brown. Little guy faints and hits the floor. The black guy picks him up, slaps him on the face a few times. He wakes up, staring at his eyes. He goes, what'd you say? He goes, 6'8", 285 pounds, 2 buckets of balls. Turner, 12-inch dick. Don't forget that 12-inch dick. Turner Brown. Little guy says, I thought you said turn around.
That was good. Very good.
All right.
Couldn't hear you very well, though.
Yeah. This has got to be the blue Kellys.
All right. This is a joke that I sent by email to John Calvin. And I said, I think you can do this verbally. And he told me about 2 weeks later, he said, I've been practicing this joke in front of a mirror. He said, I think I can do this. I really do. I really think I can do
There
this
you
joke.
go, baby.
Verbally.
It's your amplifier. Closer.
Anyway, here's the way the joke goes. There's this Italian boy, his name's Mario. So Mario has been working and every day walks down the street to go home. He walks past this beautiful shoe store. And in the shoe store, he sees these shoes. Beautiful, shiny, gorgeous shoes. He says, oh my God, I'd love to have these shoes for myself. I don't have enough money to buy them, but I'm going to save my money up. I'm going to buy these shoes.
Someday.
These shoes are called Bonicelli shoes, and someday I'm going to buy these shoes myself. So he works and finally one day he's able to save enough money to buy these Bonicelli shoes. So he goes in there, he's like, God, I can't wait to show these shoes off. So that night there happens to be a dance at the school. So Mario goes to the school and he's dancing and he's got his beautiful, shiny, beautiful Bonicelli shoes on, and he's dancing with Maria. And he's dancing, he looks down at his shoes and he goes, hey, Maria, you got a blue panties on? Blue panties? Yeah, how did you know, Mario? He says, I can see the reflection in my new, shiny Bonicelli shoes. Beautiful. So yeah, he's dancing a little bit more, dancing around. And he's dancing with Carmela. Carmela. He said, Carmela, you got a pink panties on? Carmela goes, yeah. Mario, how'd you know I got a pink panties on? He says, I can see the reflection down there on my new, beautiful, shiny new Bonicelli shoes. It's beautiful. He danced a little bit more, and now he's dancing with Gina. Hey, Gina. He goes, look down, he goes, Gina. He says, you got the panties on? She goes, no, Mario, I'm not wearing no panties. He goes, oh, thank God, I thought I had a crack in my new, beautiful, Luna Jelly shoes.
Wow, I told George, I said, you know, I got to go after him because I got to tell you a real story. This is true. I grew up in Cleveland. If you're from Garfield Heights, maybe not from Maple Heights. We used to go on Friday nights. We used to go to all girls Mariemont High School for a dance. Swear to God, we go in there and the nuns would look us over and go, "Hey, them shoes are too shiny." We go, "What are you talking about?" "No, you got shoes shiny." They take a rag and they will wipe our shoes off. So we're thinking, what is this all about? Well, they said if you got shiny shoes, you can look up their dress. We shined our shoes from the frickin' every day after that. We were always down in the basement shining our shoes. Swear to God. True story. That's right. So the story I got, this is a joke you probably, most of you haven't heard, or maybe some of you have heard today, but I'm going to tell it anyhow. It's a little boy named Tony, and Tony is like his 10th birthday party, and his dad, his little papa, he gives him a little box. And Tony opens up the box and he goes, "Oh, Papa, what is this?" He says, "This is a Pistoli. It's a chrome-plated 9mm Pistoli. Papa, I've always wanted one of these Pistoli. I love this. Love it. Thank you, Papa. Grazie, grazie." So a couple days later, his buddy comes over, Rocco. And Rocco, he says, "Hey, let's go to my bedroom." Like Tony says, "I want to show you my Papa got me for my birthday. I got me a present." Open up the table, takes out the chrome-plated 9mm Pistoli. Oh, Rocco goes, "Oh, Tony, this is something I've always wanted. I love that Pistoli." "No problem." He says, I love it. I love it." He says, "I tell you what, why don't we trade?" He says, "Trade? What are we going to trade for?" He says, "I'll trade my watch for your Pistoli." "No." He said, "Really?" "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I do. Rocco, I really like that watch, though. That's my favorite watch. I love that watch. I've always wanted a watch." So he said, "Okay, let's trade." So a couple days later, Tony's at Sunday dinner, having a little pasta fagioli. You know, everybody has pasta fagioli on Sunday. He's eating the pasta fagioli. Tony's father goes, "Hey, what's wrong with your left arm?" "Nothing, Papa. No, put your pop on the table." "Papa, no, put your pop on the table." "Okay." "Oh, what's that what's on your left wrist over there? You got a watch in there? What'd you do with that watch? Where did you get that watch from? Did you steal it?" No, Papa, I know stealing a watch. I know steal a watch." He said, I trade." "What do you mean you trade?" "I traded my Pistoli for the watch." "What? Are you crazy? Come here, get over here." He brings him under the bed. "I want to talk to you." He says, "Someday you're going to be grown up and you're going to marry this a beautiful woman. And you're going to come home from work a little bit early. You open up that door. You hear some noise up in that bedroom. You go up them steps. And you go open up that door. And what the hell are you going to do? Hey, it's about the time you got time up." All right.
Very good, John. That was excellent. Very good.
Anybody else?
Good job.
Did I miss anybody? I think I have everybody.
Somebody's got to say Archibald.
Nobody can
No.
say Archibald.
Does anybody? Is that his favorite? Isn't that his favorite one?
Nobody can
Does
say
anybody?
Archibald.
Wait a minute. Does anybody ask if anybody knows how to
Does
do
anybody
Archibald?
know that joke?
No.
Does anybody? I bet you can do it.
John, do you know that joke?
Archibald from Johnny, from himself.
Did you ever hear about the little boy who got transferred in the new school year?
Yeah! Yeah!
This little boy got transferred in the new school year. So he's in class. The teacher says, students, we have a new boy in class. I'd like to introduce you to Archibald S. Holbroken. Archibald, please stand up and spell your name in syllables for the class. That's what we do. That's how we let everyone know who you are. He said, oh, teacher, I'm sorry, I've never had syllables. No problem. Tom Johnson, would you stand up? Spell your name in syllables? Sure. My name is Tom Johnson. You have your T-O-M, you have your Tom. You have your J-O-H-N, you have your John. You have your Tom John. You have your S-O-N, you have your son. You have your Johnson, you have your Tom Johnson. And that's my name, Tom Johnson.
I'm impressed.
Tom sat down. And Archibald stands up, teacher, I think I have it. I think I have it. He stood up. My name is Archibald S. Holbroken. You have your A-R-C-H, you have your arch. You have your I, you have your I. You have your arch eye. You have your B-A-L-D, you have your bald. You have your eyeball. You have your arch eyeball. You have your S, you have your S. You have your bald ass. You have your eyeballed ass. You have your arch eyeballed ass. You have your H-O-L-E. You have your hole. You have your asshole. You have your bald asshole. You have your eyeballed asshole. You have your arch eyeballed asshole. You have your B-R-O-K-E. You have your broke. You have your hole broke. You have your asshole broke. You have your bald asshole broke. You have your eyeballed asshole broke. You have your arch eyeballed asshole broke. You have your E-N. You have your N. You have your broken. You have your hole broken. You have your asshole broken. You have your bald asshole broken. You have your eyeballed asshole broken. You have your arch eyeballed asshole broken. And that's my name.
I'm the
That's it, guys. That's it.
Party!